to it?
I think so.
Yeah, no, it's just stuck there.
Nice country.
Thanks, Neville. Thanks, Dave. Dump that on Neville, which I suppose actually brings me to the next conclusion that yeah, Broden systems and the sound. Really, we've got once again, Africamers just seems to attract very, very dedicated individuals, and I've known Neville for many years. I have a personal interest in bioacoustics, which is essentially the study of animal calls, and having shared my passion, certainly from the animal perspective, and having met somebody who equally shared that passion, but also possessed the skill of the technology to bring that onto digital format, recording and what have you, has been absolutely amazing. I mean, I certainly, from my own perspective, frogs is one of my special interests, and through really recording and listening to these animals calling and analysing the calls, all with the help of Neville and his from Broden Systems. We will be putting up a link but I must say it's been a great response, and well, here goes. Dan Loves Zebras has posted a question for us. Would like to know a list of antelope in the surrounding area and which animals live there that do not come down to the waterhole. Well, I suppose that's an interesting question.
I think what we see the least is the reaper. I mean, they're close to my house even, they stay there, and they always, you can hear them whistle. You hear them, but you see them at night, but never in day.
Yeah, I remember right from the beginning, last year, we did see them a few times in the evening. But, yeah, so I mean, okay, the reed duck is probably one of the rarest, but I suppose there's also the small guys, the small bookies, like the grey duck, the steenbokkies, that do come down, but not that often. Do you ever see Nyala here?
No.
Nyala do occur in this area, but this is not ideal habitat for them. The drainage line and the open area is too open, but I know, for example, just further north, within 5 kilometers of where we are, there are Nyala. But interesting that they don't come down to the water.
Yeah, we see them very often on Gary Main, just west of the camp, a few kilometers out, about 4 or 5 kilometers west of Nkorho. You will find them. And then rhino, I mean, the other day when we saw rhino in daytime, it was like when we all went mad. It's like when we shouted and calling everybody, come and look, it's so...
I've got a question here about from Dolly7530. Hi Dolly, 7530. We used to have rhinos come out to the waterhole every evening. Now I haven't seen any in a while. Where they're living nearby, or they left the area. Now I know from my own experience is that this whole eastern border, we're bordering the Kruger National Park here, and we're directly opposite a large wilderness area in the south of the Kruger National Park, and particularly during winter there's no permanent water. So they come over, and they're quite shy rhino, and they come over at night. Normally around, that's the dead cuckoo. You can hear just flying over us now. And the rhino come in, and now that we've had some rain, there are some puddles around that I've seen. And I think as a result the rhino aren't coming through, or certainly not the Kruger National Park rhino that come in this direction. Yeah, is my car not started? Sorry guys, we just got a bit of a power phone. We drove power from the car. Yeah, okay, cool. Is it alright? Yeah, okay. So the rhino coming, so, obviously now with the water that is now on the ground, so the rhino coming up. Would you agree with that?
Yes. I think it's like that with the most of the animals. In the beginning of summer, it was like that. We didn't see zebra, wildebeest, impala for like weeks. Yeah, just like 3 at least a week. Yeah, so they draw moisture from the things that they eat.
Okay.
As well, you can see how green the salt is. So they draw moisture from the grass and the leaves and everything.
Well, I must say, I feel very thirsty just sitting here. I know it is sundowners, and for you guys in kind of the western and more western part of the world from us, you're certainly just waking up. We're definitely at sundown at time, and if I was an animal, I don't think I'd be drinking from the water hole. I'd probably be diving into the water hole. It must be, I don't know, what is it, about 55 degrees Celsius?
Yeah.
What's it, about 100, 105 Fahrenheit? So it's warm. I've got some more questions here. Does anyone know, this is from Blue-Eyed Libra. Hi. My question is, does anyone know how many lions and leopards live in the area?
I would say probably about 7 leopards that we know.
Okay.
That we see,
that's habituated leopards that are used to vehicles and
Okay. And lions, we've got a new male that nobody knows.
Okay.
And then we've got the 6 tribe, and then the Nkorho.
And then we got that previous female?
Yes, and the previous female.
Yeah.
The Nkorhos, they are beautiful lions.
I know when I first came to the Sabi Sands, it was, I don't know, about 12 years ago, something like that, I can't remember exactly. But we had, going up into Gari, Torchwood area and up into Bokasot Manyaretti, we had a pride of 18 lions, and I remember that was a massive pride that used to come through Nkorho down into Cheetah Plain and down into northern Mala Mala. I think one stage it got up to about 22 lions, although I never saw that group, but I heard rumours of it. At that stage it was a male lion coalition of 3. The largest male lion coalition I've seen with my own eyes was 5, and that was about probably 6 or 7 years ago. But we've got quite a few questions about Nkorho, the coalition, and I mean, it sounds like there's like six male lions there.
Yeah.
Sounds frightening.
They are pretty frightening.
Really?
Yeah, they were in the west, and then the other night, it was a few weeks ago, can you remember when, but Friday night, we found them on our driveway.
Yes.
And then they came past the tank.
Yes.
Yeah, there were only 4 of them, so I don't know where the other 2 were.
No, I must say I remember one of the first kind of realizations living in the bush when 10, 15 years ago when I first came to the bush was I'd always seen lions from the vehicle. And I mean, even a male lion from the vehicle looks large, but I remember the first time ever seeing a male lion on foot standing up. You cannot comprehend the size of this creature.
All the sounds.
It's absolutely massive. I mean, okay, our lions in this area don't get to like the Toshapan Namibian lions of like 250 kilograms. But, we certainly get to probably the 200s, the 180s, 200, and, but that is an absolutely massive animal. I mean, I'm 6'5" and 3/4, call it 6'6", and I get the sensation I'm looking eye to eye with them. Obviously that's not true, but, they're absolutely massive. And then, that's one thing seeing one male lion, but, seeing 5, 6 big male lions, it doesn't seem like you can ever be safe with those type of animals around, hey?
I was scared that night. I remember.
Yeah, they're pretty famous around here.